Okay, Brody, so we're working on part 2 here. This is assuming you finished part 1, which was the first video I sent you all about how to create your HTML. Now we're going to focus on your style sheet. So right now, when I'm looking at your page, you still haven't finished your HTML, so you're going to want to finish that first. Remember, finishing your HTML means you need to complete your list. So you have your list title, now you need to actually code for your list. Once you've done that, you can move on to the style sheet. The style sheet's what's going to add, well, style to your page, meaning color. You can choose how to center your text. You can choose what type of font you'd like to be using, the size of the font, etc. So the style sheet is where you'll be working for that. And the style sheet's already linked for you, so you don't have to do anything to get the style sheet to connect to your index file. You just need to create the rule set for your style sheet. So what I have open here are just the slides from your mini project, which remember your mini project is available under week, I believe it's available under week 16, but we can just double check here to make sure. Yep, your mini project is available under week 16. So again, I have these slides open from your mini project. We're working here on your rule set, on your style sheet where you'll be creating rule sets. So the requirements are we need at least two rules per set. Each of these inside these curly brackets right here and here are called rules. So here's my 2 example rules. Text align, that's like left align, right align, and center, and then color of text. And you need at least 2 rule sets. So that means maybe like one for your paragraph tag, one for your heading tag, etc. So I gave you a bunch of different rule sets to begin with, like rule tag sets to begin with, and then reminded you that the rule sets use these curly brackets. So let's do a rule set as an example. So I can't type on your page, but I can on mine. So I'll go here to my page. And I'm going to go ahead and go to my style sheet. I'm going to start with my paragraph tag. So let's say I want to change my paragraph. I need to start with a P because my paragraph is surrounded by a paragraph tag. So I start with my P, and then I have those curly brackets, which are right next to the P on my keyboard. So I hit Shift and then that curly bracket. And now let's say I want to change the text color. So I do color, and then I do a semicolon, and then it's hard to see up here, but there are actually colors popping up, but I can start typing something, let's say like pink. I'm going to go with deep pink. So the color pops up for me, and then what I need to end with is a semicolon. So again, I did color for the text, and then I did my colon. Deep pink is my color I picked, and then I did a semicolon. Now I'm going to hit enter. So this is considered a rule set, this whole thing. This is considered a rule. I need 2 rules in each rule set. So here's my first rule. I'm going to do one more rule. I'm going to do text align. I'm going to say I want my text to be center. So I'll write center and then do my semicolon to end it. And you'll notice that my introduction is not only pink, it's also centered on the page. You could do something like this as well with your H1 tag because that's your heading, your main heading. So if let's say you wanted to change all about soccer to be a different color, you would start with H1 because notice my heading tag is surrounded by H1. So start with H1, do those curvy brackets again, and then again I can choose a color. This time, let's say I want aquamarine and semicolon, and maybe I want it to be right aligned this time, just to mix it up a little. Do right, and you'll notice that it's moved over here to the right, and then I end with my semicolon. So here's 2 rule sets, one rule set for the paragraph tags, one rule set for the H1 tags. Those are my 2 rule sets, and again, I have 2 rules in each rule set. So I have color and text align for both rule sets. You can also do things like font family to change the text. So here's font family, and then it'll give me my options here. So let's do fantasy, and you can see my title change, and then my semicolon. You can also do font size, and you could make it even bigger. You start with a number and then end with PX and a semicolon. So you'll notice 50 PX made my title a lot bigger. You can also do something for the body. So let's say you want to turn the whole background a certain color. You can actually use the body tag for your rule set. So this will code everything inside the body. And then you could type background color, and you can make your background any color you want. I want cornflower blue, and my semicolon. And then for your background, other things you could do are like a border. So you could do border and then choose like a border color, or you can kind of honestly just play around. Like you can try different things and start typing, and it'll give you a bunch of different options. But again, to summarize, for your style sheet, you don't need to link anything. It's already linked here. You just need to click on the style file, and then you'll need to make 2 rule sets. And the rule sets, remember, start with a tag. So like a paragraph or an H1, or you also have H3 for another list title. So you could start with an H3. And then you have to have 2 rules in each set. So that's like color, text align, font family, font size, background color, etc. And if you correctly type it all in, it should show up right away on your page on the right hand side. So the style sheet's not too tricky. Again, you have all the key content here and also the requirement reminders. So remember what you need. But remember what we talked about in office hours, that as you're watching this video, you should, if you need to watch it again, go back and pause the video as you're working to follow along on your own page. And remember that if you can get all of this HTML coded, which you do still have some work to do, but you get all your HTML coded and you get your style file done, you can raise your grade up overall in this class. So make sure to prioritize this over the weekend, okay?